Looking at the Markets with David Modell.
When you can beat the short sellers at their own game and potentially make a lot of money in the process, it's a beautiful thing. Hi, this is David Modell looking at the markets. Short squeeze opportunity, AMC, GameStop. Who's next? Well, you're going to want to watch this entire presentation because I'm going to give you multiple tips and one specific example which can show you how you might potentially find the next AMC or GameStop type of short squeeze opportunity. Look at what happened to GameStop. The short sellers came in, pushed the share price down, but once it snapped back up, once the short sellers had to cover their positions, that stock just went vertical. It didn't just go to the prior highs, it went much, much higher, went vertical. And so here are some tips to help you to find potentially the next one that could happen like that. Tip number one, smaller companies are more likely to be short squeeze candidates. So I want you to look for companies on OTC, that's over-the-counter markets. A lot of times these are going to be less expensive stocks. Might be a few dollars, might be $1 per share, might be less than $1. But think about it. It would be difficult to get a 2, 3, 4, 5, or 10x move out of a $500 stock or a $1,000 stock. But if it's $1 or less than $1, then a 2x move, 3x, 5x, 10x could actually happen. It's conceivable. I've seen it happen before, and it'll happen again when you find the right stock. Tip number two, check for a stock's short interest. That is the number of shares of a particular stock that have been sold short by investors but have not yet been covered or closed out. And keep watching this video because I'm going to show you an example of what that looks like and where I found that information. Tip number three, always check the chart. And so today's example we're going to use is GOGY stock. That is Golden Grail Technology Corp., also known as Golden Grail Beverages. And notice it's checking all the boxes so far that we talked about. It is OTC, an OTC market stock, ticker symbol GOGY if you want to look for it yourself. Short squeeze candidates could quickly return to prior highs. It's checking this box as well. It's a less expensive stock, very affordable. And could a 2x move or more happen? 3x, 5, 10x? Maybe. And this is looking kind of like the GameStop chart I showed you once looked, okay? Up, and then short sellers push it down, and it could be coiling to move back to that previous high or higher. You saw what happened with GameStop stock in that chart I showed you. It went much higher than the previous peak, so this could happen potentially. So check that chart. And here's that short interest I was talking about. So we'll use GOGY as an example again. The short interest in this stock grew quickly from hundreds of shares, down here you can see hundreds of shares, to tens of thousands of shares in a short period of time. The short interest just grew so quickly in such a brief period of time. And so that tells me there's a really decent amount of short interest in this stock, and when that happens, once those short sellers have to cover their positions, boom, could be the next GameStop, could be the next AMC. Okay, so where did I get this from? I got it from benzinga.com. So you can use that website, or you could just type into Google or another search engine. Let's say you type in GOGY short interest, and you could find the source that you like the most, but I used Benzinga to help me find it, okay? Tip number four, identify a promising industry and company, because you're not only investing in a stock and a chart, which is important, but you're also investing in a company for the long term. And so here's an example of an article I found, Golden Grail Tech Beverages shares article in Motley Fool, Investing in Beverage Stocks. According to the recent report, it states the beverage industry is both timeless and recession-proof. For example, Golden Grail has a portfolio of popular beverage brands. According to a Motley Fool article, it states that the beverage industry is both timeless and recession-proof. Beverage companies fall into the larger category of consumer staples or consumer packaged goods, products that people keep buying regardless of the state of the broader economy. So if you're worried about the economy, if you're worried about a downturn in the markets, this is something you can buy and hold with confidence. So here's an example of what could happen with a stock that you pick, for example, GOGY, Golden Grail. Here's what happened with Celsius Holdings, CELH, which is also a beverage company and also was previously OTC, this was over-the-counter market stock, but now it's listed on the NASDAQ exchange. And look what happened to this previously OTC beverage stock. It was very, very cheap, and then boom, right? Even today, it's much higher in price than it was before, just not that long ago, really. And so this is what could possibly happen if you choose the right stock and the right company. Tip number 5, learn about the team. The former VP of marketing for Celsius Beverage joins Golden Grail. Golden Grail head of marketing has 20 plus years in the beverage industry, including these huge payout successes. This is a track record of success if I've ever seen one. Vitamin water sold to Coca-Cola for $4.1 billion. Fuse sold to Coca-Cola for $200 plus million. And Celsius started, as we showed you, on the OTC for pennies, now on the NASDAQ trading at around $68 while I'm making this video. That's the price. And so a track record of success with the team is what I'm looking for in any company that I invest in, and you should as well. And the head of sales for Golden Grail has over 30 years of experience in beverage sales and distribution industry. Former VP of sales and distribution for Celsius. So he's bringing that success to Golden Grail, established the brand in 31 states, utilizing a distribution network of over 50 beverage distributors, including Anheuser-Busch, Miller Coors, and Snapple. So success begets success, doesn't it? And so why not invest in a company where the executives, the management has that type of track record? Tip number 6, learn about the business strategy of any company you're considering investing in. So we'll use Golden Grail Beverages again as an example with their sales and marketing strategy. Their go-to market strategy will be very similar to companies like Celsius. We saw that chart and what happened to that stock, and other successful companies, Red Bull, Monster Beverage. Imagine if you had invested in those companies, Red Bull and Monster, when they were much, much cheaper and just held on to your shares. Okay, so it's even beyond the short squeeze opportunity. It's just great companies I want you to invest in. Tip number 7, make sure it's an easy to understand business, okay? Warren Buffett is famous for not investing in companies he doesn't understand. And so you want to know what you own and understand it. And this is an easy one to understand. Again, we'll use the same example of Golden Grail Beverages, a fiscally responsible company investing in high growth categories. Energy drink category they're invested in, $15 billion category. Golden Grail has Spider Energy Drink. So that's just one category they're in. Another one, the bottled water category, worth $283 billion. Golden Grail has Trevi Essence Water and Cause Water in that category. Kids Beverages, $28 billion category, which also crosses into the fast-growing sparkling water category. Golden Grail has Tickle Water and Sketch Can in that category. And they're also involved in CBD. The CBD beverage sector will be worth $20 billion by 2024 with a compounded annual growth rate of a whopping 75%. And Golden Grail has Scorpion Hemp Energy in that category. These are all huge multi-billion dollar categories and growing. And here's a bonus tip for you. Remember the snapback effect. When the short sellers are forced to buy back a stock, the share price can snap back up very quickly. So will GOGY stock be the next one to snap back? Research is the key to finding the next short squeeze candidate. So if you're interested in this company, yes, I do want you to go to the website, goldengrailbeverages.com. I'll put a link in the description below this video, and I'll also put a link in the description below this video to a report which I want you to check out because, again, research is the key. Know and understand what you own and what you're investing in. So I want you to consider GOGY stock. Your broker probably has it, so check with your broker to see if it's available. Most likely it is. And then when you're ready, go to goldengrailbeverages.com and check out the report. The link is below this video. You want to click on that or tap on that. And remember all the tips I told you. Look for OTC stocks with low prices. Look for a top team. Look for a business model that makes sense in categories that are worth billions of dollars and growing. And check for the short interest because that snapback effect could be quite powerful. Could snap back like a rubber band very quickly. you might find the next AMC, the next GameStop. So I encourage you to do your own due diligence, make your own decisions. I think you're going to like this one. So I'm going to keep on bringing you these opportunities in the markets. I want to thank you for watching and listening. I will talk to you again soon.